Now students, in this lecture, we will see that how we can calculate, how we can determine the ESR, the erythrocyte sedimentation rate. For its determination, we have two methods. First one is Westergen method and second one is Winthrop method. So in both of these two methods, we have difference of the anticoagulants, we have difference of the sizes of the tubes, we have difference in the volume of the blood which we are using in the test. So what happens in Westergen tube? In this tube is actually 300 mm long. Total length is 300 mm. While the marking on the tube is from 0 to 200 mm. Now this tube is opened from both sides as shown in the figure. And this tube is just only used for the determination of ESR, that is erythrocyte sedimentation rate. While the other tube, that is Winthrop tube, which is used in the Winthrop method, is used for determination of ESR as well as tagged cell volume in percentages. So from this side, you can calculate ESR. From this marking, you can calculate the tagged cell volume, that is PCV. Now, what happens in the Westergen method? In Westergen method, you will take 1.6 ml of the blood and mix it with 0.4 ml of the 3.8% sodium citrate, which is actually the anticoagulant. The ratio of blood to volume to the anticoagulant will be 4:1. So when you multiply 0.4 4 times, you will get the value 1.6. So this is the tube which is containing our blood sample, and this is the test tube which is containing the anticoagulant, that is sodium citrate. Now take the sample, shake the sample in order to mix the blood, then take out the blood sample from this tube with the help of a pipette, and now introduce this blood into the test tube. Touch the pipette to the inner side of the test tube and slowly release the blood. Now your blood is in the tube along with the anticoagulant. Now cover this tube with the help of a cover or a stopper. Now mix this sample which is containing the blood plus anticoagulant. Now take the tube, take Westergen tube, and on the other side take a sucker. Now with the help of this sucker, draw out the blood sample. You will attach the sucker. This is the tube. You will attach the sucker to the tube, and now you will press the sucker, and what will happen? Your blood will be taken out of the test tube. Now your blood is in the test tube. Now make this blood up to the mark, that is till 0. Now you have the blood sample in your tube. Now place this tube or fit this tube vertically into the stand, and don't disturb the tube, don't disturb the stand for 1 hour. After 1 hour, you will get a reading that is on the upper side. Now this read on the upper level of the red cell column after 1 hour is actually the reading of the ESR. So that will be measured or noted down in the unit, that is mm after 1 hour. Now, what happens in Winthrop method? This is the same method. In this method, we are using a different tube, that is Winthrop tube. The length of the tube is 110 mm long with 3 mm bore. So, while this tube is closed at the other end, while open from the one end. In this method, what you are going to do, in this method, you have ability to calculate the ESR from one side of the reading, that is from 0 to 100, and from the other side we have reading in percentages from where you can calculate your PCV, that is packed cell volume. The reading is from 100 to 0. Now in this method, take 1 ml of the blood and mix it with EDTA, that is ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. Now the blood is loaded into the tube, and now allow the tube or fix the tube into the stand in this way. Now after 1 hour, note down the reading in the similar way you have noticed in your previous method. Now the readings of the both methods are as follows. For normal values, in Western method, in males it is 3 to 7 mm after 1 hour, in females 5 to 9 mm, in infants 0 to 2 mm. While by Winthrop method, in males it is 0 to 9 mm, in females 0 to 15 mm, and in infants it's 0 to 5 mm. So this was all about how you can calculate ESR, that is erythrocyte sedimentation rate.